everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to Tokyo Reds. We are Liverpool fans based in the land of the rising sun. Today we are in Hybia Park, not Shimbashi Station like the opening credits. We couldn't really film there, it was very noisy and police and that sounds kind of like a Michael Bay movie, doesn't it? We just got told to move and so now we're here back in Hybia Park. But we really do recommend Shimbashi. It's a really good place, really good for like kind of, well, really famous for like kind of salarymen, lots of izakayas, lots of pachinko if you're into that. I'm not, but there you go. And there's a really old train. So yeah, there you go. Go there. Or don't. Whatever. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about the catastrophe that happened at the weekend. Oh, and if you've noticed, we're maybe a man down this week. Paul couldn't be here because something about losing the will to live after the game at the weekend. We filmed this 4 times now, and that joke's got really old really fast. Anyway, so yeah, weekend we played Bournemouth, and unfortunately we lost. How gutted are you that we lost that game?
So gutted. So I mean, after the first half, and after we went 3-1 up, I couldn't see us losing it. I couldn't even see us drawing it. A draw was actually going to be gutting. I still can't work out how we didn't take anything from the game. I'm still gutted, in all honesty. I want the next game to come ASAP.
Yeah, I'm still in disbelief, really. I watched the highlights this morning, and I couldn't really... Maybe I'm in denial, but I just couldn't accept the fact that we lost. But we did, so there you go. Okay, so let's break down the game. So obviously, start at the beginning. Always a good place to start. The first half, you know, how do you feel like we performed towards the beginning? Do you think we made the right start? Do you think we made the wrong start?
I think, to be honest, the first half was a really bright start. I thought we were excellent. We were unlucky not to be more than 2-0 up. Both the goals were taken really well. I think we were very positive. In the first half, Bournemouth really didn't threaten us. I can't think of them testing us at all. It was so one-sided. And from the first half, I thought, we're only going to score more. It's only going to get better. Yeah. You want to hold on to the tripod? Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Nice.
So sorry, yeah, because when we were filming, the tripod actually blew away. We thought we broke the camera, but we didn't. But so yeah, sorry to interrupt you there, Tom. Okay, then so let's talk about the goals. So Mane's goal. You know, what a goal! What a finish.
Yeah, really good finish. And as you mentioned in a previous video that you went to, Chan, great delivery, brilliant build-up play. Mane gets through one-on-one, and he makes it look easy. It's just such a light touch, but it just puts it past the keeper, and it was just a really good start. And it's great to see Mane on the score sheet. You know, he's been excellent for us this season. Really good start.
Yeah, it was really good. I think that's 7 goals from him now in the league. And like you say, for me, it was just that through ball by Chan. He just kind of dinks it over the defender. And Mane, I think, to be honest with you, that goal, for most, it would probably be a difficult finish because you've just got to put the right amount of weight on that ball. And he does, you know, not too hard and not too soft. And it's beautiful. So yeah, so after that, they didn't really... Well, the second goal comes pretty soon after the first goal, doesn't it?
2 minutes,
but yeah, they didn't really do anything. And then, obviously, Origi scores. So, thoughts on Origi's goal?
Origi's goal, again, really good build-up play. I think it's Henderson who puts the pass through to him. Beautiful ball. Keeper doesn't have to come, but he chooses to. Origi gets through. Because the keeper comes, it does put Origi in the situation where, oh, heck, he's probably going to have to shoot sooner he'd like to. Very difficult angle, but in fairness to Origi, I mean, doing the keeper was great. But from that angle, again, that was a beautiful goal, and it deserves to be on the winning side. It really deserves to be on the for the winning team. It's a really, really great goal from that angle. He made it look easier than it was, and again, yeah, at that point, really well worked, really good performance.
Again, yeah, it's that pinpoint pass from the midfield, isn't it? From Henderson, you know, and it's almost like he's almost in like our first third, isn't he? And he just nips it up. It was like almost like Gerrard-esque. He just whips it up the wing. And yeah, I think their goalkeeper, I can't remember his name, but I think it's probably a lack of confidence in the defenders. That's why he comes out. And it's a big mistake and such a tight angle. And oh yeah, beautiful finish. Really good goal. But it wasn't enough, unfortunately. So towards the end of the first half, were there any kind of worrying signs of what was to come, or?
No, honestly, no. Like that's why I think it was that big a shock what happened in the second half, because there was nothing in the first half that suggested to me Bournemouth were going to get back in that game. Obviously, you still know you've got another half to play. You know, there was nothing at all.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't really think. I thought it was just going to be another rout. We're going to put another team to the sword, and it's going to be easy 3 points. So towards the end of the first half, there was a penalty claim. Okay, there was a penalty claim from Aki, wasn't it? So Firmino kind of catches his knee and he falls over. Do you think he made more out of it, or do you think it was a penalty?
Watching the replay, because at the time it's always hard to judge, and that's why I don't like to have a go at refs, because it's a very difficult decision to call on, but I do think he made a bigger deal of it. Firmino didn't do much wrong. It could have got given, but I think it would have been wrong to have given it personally.
Yeah, me too. As a Liverpool fan, I think it would have been wrong to give it, but it's one of them. It can go either way, and it comes down to the referee. And like you say, it does happen so fast, so it's hard to kind of judge them for it. But there you go. So on to the second half then. Yeah, definitely. This is where it's where Tale of Two Halves actually comes into it, doesn't it? So, in the immortal words of Mahatma Gandhi, what the bloody hell happened there?
I don't know. Bloody hell. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah. So we're really, really sorry. It's just that the wind's so strong and we can't really stabilise the tripod at the moment. It's okay. It'll be okay. It's not moving. Okay then.
Sorry about that.
Okay then. So as soon as the second half starts, Henderson gets booked. Do you think it was a yellow card?
Debatable. Again, it's one of those. It's debatable. I think if we're at Anfield, probably doesn't get booked. I think was it Stanislas? Still can't say his name.
I think it was. Again, I can't remember. We'll put it on the screen.
We'll put it on. I don't think it was a booking. I think he's made a lot more of that than he should have personally.
Yeah, and because he goes off injuries after it, doesn't he? And I think what it is that he's just twisted, and he's kind of twisted his ankle, so it looks a lot worse than it actually was. Where Henderson goes for the ball, but he does catch him, and it's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of them.
So the beginning of the end comes. Milner gives away a penalty. Was he having a kind of Freaky Friday moment with Moreno? Did they just switch bodies or switch minds for that game? It was shocking. So do you think it was a penalty?
In all honesty, I think it was a penalty. I don't think there was much debate. It seems needless when he goes in, but it's one of those, maybe it's like a rush of blood to the head. I don't know what it is, but it just seemed unnecessary. And then all of a sudden gives them a free shot on goal where they pretty much had nothing up until that point. And in fairness, it's one of those penalties. He sent Karius the wrong way, but it's not like it's gone in the corner. If Karius goes the right way, I'm not having to go at Karius, but I don't think it's the greatest penalty. It's just which way the keeper goes, that's all.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it is kind of like a guessing game, but if he goes the right way, Karius, then he's saved that, because it's only a few foot away from him, isn't it?
If he stands still, he saves it.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But Milner, what a dope. And it's kind of bad because he's had such a good season so far, and it kind of upset me a bit that he was laughing after it. And it's one of them that makes me think, were we too complacent against Bournemouth? Was it kind of like were they kind of like a joke? But time will tell. So second then 2-1 up. Mane passes it to Chan. What a finish! How thoughts on that goal?
Again, that was a really well worked goal. It was a great response after the penalty. I think it's 68 minutes. I think when we score that goal, Chan, what a finish! Honestly, what a finish! It's not even like I'm going to take a touch. Just one touch, top corner, keeper no chance. And at that point, I'm going to start launching into Liverpool soon. But at that point, you're thinking 3-1 away game. We're safe. Points coming back. 3 points coming back to Anfield. We should not have lost the game after that.
Yeah, no, not at all. And like you said, it's a first-time touch, and it's a beautiful goal. Beautiful curl on it. It's just like perfect. And to be fair as well, like I've been giving Chan a lot of stick over the last few weeks, but he has been banging the goals in from midfield. So, when Lallana comes back, I think Lallana will get ahead of him. But, is it deserved, do you think?
I think that it is deserved. I think Lallana is just that much better a player. And in terms of his pressing, what he can do to the opposition, like he will tire out the opposition. He will dispossess them very quickly. Chan's been brilliant. I really like Chan. Obviously, he's someone who, he's not a first team player, but he's definitely someone who'll always be close to the first team and always close to. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna stop.
No, I completely agree. I think he's showing signs of potential now, but Lallana kind of embodies Klopp's philosophy and. Yeah, and like you say, he tires out the opposition to no end. I get tired and I'm only watching the game, and there you go. So then the last 20 minutes, just what happened? Like after I watched that Chan goal again this morning, I just couldn't believe that. Again, I just couldn't believe we lost. It's like how do you concede 3 goals? Well, coming from a Liverpool fan in the 70th minute, talking about 3 goals, but so what do you think went wrong in that last 20 minutes?
I honestly don't know. I think it was complacency, and unfortunately when it gets to 3-2, I hate saying this, but I do think there's still this nervousness about us. Like if we put the game to bed, it's not a problem, but it's just this nervousness about Liverpool, and it seems to be something you and I have had to experience our whole lifetime. As soon as it looks like we could lose the game, a game that we should have won, we just seem to panic. And it's almost like the heads just go down. It's complacency and nerves. It's combination. It's horrible.
Yeah, I think it goes back to like what I was saying about Milner. Just the way he kind of just, the way he's laughing, and it's like you need to show these people respect. They're still professional footballers, even if we are on paper better than them. Okay then. So, whoops, that's not the very amateur today. I'm very sorry. Okay, so their second goal. So Fraser's second goal. All credit to Bournemouth. Really good build-up. They kind of just play very simple diagonal balls, and they just work around our defence. Who I don't want to point fingers, but was it an easy goal to concede, or bad defending, or just really good from Bournemouth?
Again, credit to Bournemouth, because they do have an attacking mentality, and I do respect that. That's why they came back into the game as well. Because obviously, if it was Sunderland, if it was Man United, that doesn't happen. But yeah, I'm going to give them credit. I think I'm probably going to have a go at the whole Liverpool team. Just say Liverpool just switched off, and they just did not take the threat seriously enough. We're 3-1 up, job done. But well done to Bournemouth, like you say, those diagonal passes, making it simple for themselves. They made it easy for themselves. Yeah, well done to them.
Yeah, and there's nothing more painful than when you see a goal when the ball goes through like 5 or 6 players and into the back of the net. You you just want to pull your head out, don't you? But
well,
I was going to say, yeah, I wish you didn't say that. But okay, so then the next one was Cook. Cook finishes. So it comes from it's a free kick, isn't it? And then it sort of gets bounced around. So how about, like, obviously set pieces again? It doesn't go directly in from the set piece, but it's set pieces, isn't it?
It's set pieces, and again, that's where so many of the goals come against us, and that's where the opposition know they can get at us. Some teams almost play to get set pieces against us. Again, in fairness to Cook, I remember the commentator said it when I was watching the goal back. He says, if that's Aguero, if that's Messi, Ronaldo, you're going to give them so much praise. And in fairness to him, I think he flicks it up first, and he just takes on the volley. I don't think even he expected he could do that. So again, I want to give credit to them, because if they did that to Man United or Chelsea, I'd be loving that. I'd want to give them so much praise, but we just need to, I think again, it's a whole team. We just need to work so hard at defending these set pieces, because we do just make ourselves vulnerable every time we concede a set piece. And even the fans, we know it. Yeah. We know it when we concede a set piece. Not now.
Exactly. Not again.
Yeah.
I will give credit though to Bournemouth as well. I think they just wanted that much more than us, because Wilshere beats, I think it's Origi. He beats him in the air, hands down. He just, it's like Origi doesn't even try, and then Wilshere kind of plays it out wide and it comes back in, and you just think if you would have shown more gumption, you know, you would have just gone for that ball, and then maybe it doesn't happen, but it did. So okay, and then so the final goal then again it was Cook, wasn't it? It kind of again a kind of long ball in, isn't it? And oh no, is it a set piece?
It's a shot.
Oh, it's a shot. Yeah, that's it. Cook has the shot, doesn't he? And then Aki finishes it. Sorry. So yeah, so again, I don't want to point fingers, but you think Karius should have done better?
Yeah, I like Karius. He's young. It's early days, but I've got to be honest. Got to be objective. He saves it, but he should be knocking. If he knows he can't hold on to it, knock it wide. I remember when I played in goal. All right, I know I can't catch this. I'm going to try and hit it away. I'm going to hit it for a corner. I'm going to at least hit it away from the goal. Because to save it and then have it go in front of you, it's like, well, if your player gets there first, fine. But if their player gets that first, gets the ball from your rebound, they have literally just got a tap in, or they can just blast it. You know, it's painful because I'm replaying it in such a horrible moment. It really is.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I mean, I know Karius has got a lot of stick for this, but I think Henderson should take some of the blame because he's marking Aki and he just loses his man so easily, and he's watching him, and he watched him just run. You know, he reacts faster, fair enough, but still, yeah, he's lost his man. So I think he's got some sort of responsibility to take for that goal as well. But ultimately, yeah, I think Karius, yeah, it's harsh because it's probably the first game where he's been tested, and he did make some good saves, but ultimately that's what happens in football. That one mistake can, you know, can cost you 3 points or 0 points. That was the difference between 1 point and no points, you know. Anyway. So overall thoughts of the game, how did you feel? Do you think it was a good performance? I know for me, I didn't think we did too much wrong. It was just kind of 3 moments of madness in the game, and we lost. But then again, we still conceded 4 goals. So
we did concede 4, and the first half, I was really happy. I mean, we watched our first half together in Epilogue Bowl, which is a great pub. Strongly recommend it. First half, we didn't do much wrong. We did everything right, it seemed. And yeah, that end was just horrible. I saw Klopp's interview, and something I really like with Klopp. One, he was so gracious in defeat. Like I think he congratulated the Bournemouth players, even gave Jordan Ibe a Jurgen Klopp hug, which, you know, he's a really decent guy. We have a really, really decent manager, and we have a great manager. And he made a really good point after Burnley. You know, you lose, but you can still take something from it. The key things that you learn from it. And after Burnley, the way we responded, we went on. Bloody hell, sorry.
it's like a YouTube video.
We're getting loads of leads coming at us full, like 100 miles an hour here. But Jurgen Klopp, you know, he congratulates them, but he says we need to take something from it, and he's right. We need to take something from it. We need to say, right, what do we learn from this? How do we make sure it doesn't happen again? And you know, someone like Karius, we're gutted about what happened, but we need to get behind him. We need to say, right, it's one-off, mate. You come back against West Ham. You come back stronger. And you know, the team, I think they took them to Barcelona the next day. I think they've been there 2 or 3 days. It's a chance for them to actually get away. And actually, I think in a way, like getting out of Liverpool, getting out of the UK for this few days is actually good for them. Obviously, I know this video is about Bournemouth, but we're to the semi-finals now in the League Cup. We've been doing really well. We've had so many positives this season. I'm gutted what's happened. I'd rather it was Bournemouth than Man United that did this to us, if there's any positive there. But I think we'll come back stronger. The fact we still scored 3 goals, 3 really good goals. Origi's got 3 and 3 for us. There are positives, and it's a setback, but it's a setback in December. We're 4 points off the top. Let's go on another run.
That's the thing, and you know, with it might send a good message as well to FSG that, you know, we have got defensive issues, you know, and maybe we will splash out on new defender. Or maybe 2 defenders, because, you know, Milner's been doing a good job, but he's not a left back, is he? And,
no, at least.
You know, so I think we do need another left back, but maybe that's a summer issue. And I think now we definitely need a centre back in January. So just with that game as well, like we had some defensive woes, a bit controversial now, but instead of playing Lucas, do you think it may have been a good idea to play Sacco?
Very difficult. As a player, Sacco, yeah. Sacco would have been a much better central defender than Lucas. I don't doubt that. But Klopp, I'm sorry to bring his name into it, but Klopp and Ferguson, they have that kind of disciplinarian mentality. And the thing is, if you don't have that, players, they get out of line. They can really, we were talking the other day about like the Spice Boys, the infamous Spice Boys, the team that didn't win the title in the 90s for us. And if there was discipline there, I think they could have, likes of Fowler, McManaman, Redknapp, Barnes. They were great players, they really were. David James, they were excellent, but there was no discipline. These guys were getting hammered. I think Roddick was smoking, etc. There was not the right mentality, and I respect Klopp's discipline. It's gotten because Sacco probably would have done a better job, but Sacco's gone out of line, he's had warnings. So in that sense, I support Klopp not starting him.
Yeah, I don't know about the David James shout there, but
Became great in later years.
Exactly, just not when he was in Liverpool. But but yeah, no, I completely agree. He loses all his like integrity and his kind of respect if he's like, you can come. Yeah, and I think he'd rather kind of lose the game than lose his kind of not control, not power over the players, but lose his kind of respect. Whereas, I don't really think Sacco's ever going to play again. I think he's gone in January, but I can kind of respect Klopp for not playing him, even though I do think he is a good defender. Okay, so let's finish then on man of the match. Who do you think was the man of the match?
I'm going to give it to a Bournemouth player. I know this is the first. I'm going to give it to Cook. I thought he did really well. It's a well-taken goal against us. Yeah, he did very well when you consider the players he was up against, because we do have a lot of quality. Mostly for his goal, that's what's coming to mind. Obviously, I'm trying to erase as much as I can from the Bournemouth game for my mental health, but yeah, I'll give it to Cook.
Yeah, I was going to give it to Frazier, because I thought as soon as he came on the pitch, they kind of just, the whole game just changed. They turned on its head, didn't it? And then, when he came on, they, scored a few goals, like. But for us, I'd say, I think Origi played well. I think he shows a lot of promise for the future, especially. I mean, I know we need kind of like heroes of now, but he scores from that really tight angle and he has some good chances, but he was just a bit unlucky, I thought, in that game. And he's kind of really stepped up to the plate with the absence of Coutinho and Lallana. But yeah, so there you go. They were our thoughts on the Bournemouth game. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. If you didn't like what you saw, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell strangers, shout it from the rooftops. And we'll be back for our next video for the West Ham build-up. Yeah. So enjoy the rest of your day. See ya.
Okay. Cheers.